We have to have the courage to go to them. They need us to be there.
I remember asking him, why did he choose Haiti? Why Haiti of anywhere in the world? And he said, because it's the poorest. It needs the most help. And that alone was so inspiring, I thought. So much courage. You know, usually people want to ease into things sometimes, but no. He wanted to start with the people that needed it the most.
The medical care there is so behind the curve just due to the utter poverty of the country that what he's been able to accomplish has been a truly remarkable thing. I'm very proud of him for that.
Missionary medicine was always my goal from a young age. And I heard about this surgeon who was a Haitian surgeon, the first fellow of the American College of Surgeons from that country. And he had returned to the country in 1983 from America in order to help serve his people there. And he was the only doctor, not the only surgeon, the only doctor serving a population of about 170,000 at that time. We were not prepared for that kind of poverty. We worked very hard doing lots and lots of cases. We had to bring down all of our own medicines, equipment, everything had to be shipped down. We flew down on an old DC-3 from 1946. After we completed a week of work there, we were so busy that we really didn't have much time to learn about the Haitian culture, to get around and see things. But we knew one thing, we would never be the same. We also knew that we wanted to come back. And that next year we decided we got to open this up to more people than just a few doctors and nurses. I mean, these people need everything. They need places to live, they need food, they need education. We need infrastructure in this hospital. We don't have a place to stay. We have to be able to fly into this airport, not spend a whole day going across roads and fording streams. So that's when we started to invite other people. Now, since that time, in the foundation of Project Haiti, which was 1991, we've invited many, many people from all walks of life, starting with carpenters, going through all the tradespeople, electricians, plumbers, etc., and doctors from all walks of life, dentists, youth teams to educate. The list is pretty much endless. We're over 800 volunteers now, this many years later.
Patty Nelson, who was my mentor, she started going with Dr. Severson from the get-go. And so she really included her whole town. I mean, they would, raise funds to donate to ship goods. Both the hospitals, the one in Aiken and here in Crosby, I think almost every department would save any kind of extra anything to ship it to Haiti. So it really ended up being more of a community event.
When we built surgical suites on the hospital, this was thought to be impossible in a city with no running water, no electricity. How do you build something like we have here at CRMC? Well, the geniuses came from Norson, right here in Brainerd. That company donated all of their services. We had some brilliant people. We had funding from philanthropists in the area. And we were able to accomplish that in just a few weeks. It was like a miracle to me.
It goes beyond just the medical care and the infrastructure that he set up. Mainly the contribution has been that of education. Spent a lot of time lecturing and arranging lectures and arranging teaching situations for physicians in Haiti to learn how to do some of these advanced techniques that we take for granted here, but seem like science fiction to them.
Our primary mission is to elevate the capacity and the capability of the Haitian surgical community in doing laparoscopic surgery for general and GYN surgical procedures. So it's really investing in the next generation of Haitian surgeon.
Honestly, he's done so many things for this community, for the community in Haiti, in Pignon. I mean, he really has, and for the country, he's taught many surgeons how to perform laparoscopic surgery to make their communities and their country a better place and to provide better care for people.
The hope is that there's more and more people who want to help and join us in the effort to lift up those who are less fortunate And that's where I think the real hope is, because in a way, we save each other.
When you look at the town of Pignon, Haiti, it's easy to point at a building and say, yeah, Dr. Severson spearheaded and Project Haiti was behind everything that made that hospital happen. But beyond just the physical pieces, you look at the people, the relationships, the impact we've had due to his vision and leadership to be able to implement and have this training program for 26 years to invest in the professional lives of these Haitian surgeons and getting the equipment necessary so that they can take what we've done to teach them and then actually implement that in their country.
Project Haiti really has got so much integrity, like 100% of the Project Haiti funds go to actual Haitians.
It's been a remarkable thing to watch. It's just, and the results have been outstanding.
When we first discussed this award, Paul was the first person that came to mind, and we couldn't have found a more worthy recipient. On behalf of the Brainerd Lakes Area Community Foundation, we are delighted to honor Dr. Paul Severson with our first ever Global Humanitarian Award.
I've always been trying to work myself out of a job down there, but I don't think I'm done yet. They're still pretty poor. I think they still need our help. We've progressed in America. We have to share that progression.